What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharp, and welcome to the 10th edition of the hashtag How to Relationship podcast. As you guys can see, I'm the only one in the studio right now. Had a last minute change of plans. Olivia, Devon's on her way to go pick up Olivia. Looks like she's going to have some friends over to spend the next. I guess she's going to host a sleepover of some sort, and she's got to go get her because mom is now working on graveyard shift. So at any rate, it's good to have you guys in today. Today we're going to talk about, and Devon will join in when she gets here. So she'll get here. I'll readjust the camera and all that good stuff. So today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of interracial dating. You guys are going to really be driving the bus here. If you want to call in and give your thoughts on it, the number's on your screen, 516-387-1987. If you want to join us via Zoom, we've got the Zoom link. We've got the Zoom link pinned. The Lion Pack says, dude, honestly, identity politics is like the herpes. Once you got it, you can't get rid of it. It's best to just ignore it altogether. I don't know. I don't quite know what the Lion Pack is talking about here. He said identity politics. I'm not really, I don't know. This is just a discussion about people who date outside their race. I'm not really sure what identity politics has to do with anything. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm the one in the know. So if somebody can, so Lion Pack, if you'd like to, you can maybe clarify. All right. Let's see. Mr. Yeezy says, I'm Hispanic and my lady is Chinese. So I'm very intrigued to hear this conversation. Yeah, like you're Hispanic and your lady is Chinese. Those are that is a I guess they call, well, I don't know. I know that they call relationships between Black people and Asian people Blasian relationships. I don't know. But one thing I do know is this, and it'll be very interesting to hear what you guys think. And we've had this discussion here before. Jay Blaze with the light trolling says Pearl a guest. I don't know. Maybe she is, maybe she isn't. We'll see. Area code 804. I see you on the line. I'm going to get to you in just a second. But the relationships that seem to really move the needle in terms of the interracial relationship discussion are those between Black men and white women. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again before I bring 804 on. If it doesn't matter what race you are, if you have a problem with persons of the opposite sex dating people outside of your race, then that's a you problem. And what that also means is that you don't have quite as many options. The reason why Black women have a big problem with Black men dating outside of, dating non-Black women is because they don't have as many options as we do. They just don't. And that's why they have a problem with it. Same with Black men who have a problem. I've never had a problem with Black women dating white guys, but there are a lot of Black men who have a problem with Black women who date white men. And if you're a Black man and you have an issue with Black women dating white men, well, this means that you don't have as many options. You really should not be worried about that. So let me bring in area code 804. All right, area code 804, you're on live with Donovan. So what's on your mind, man?
Hi, Donovan. I just wanted to say I have no problem with interracial dating. Mm-hmm. When I'm a Black woman. Okay. When I was younger, like in my 20s, I used to have a problem with men dating white women.
Really? Why?
Because I think I was conditioned by pro-Blacks to hate it.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah, when I was younger,
what ended up changing?
But then what changed?
Yeah.
Well, I'm from New York City.
Okay.
And I didn't see too much up there. But when I moved to the South, I'm in Virginia now, I saw a lot of interracial dating, you know, and it was, I interacted more with white people when I came to the South. Like I lived around more of them. I worked around more of them.
Okay.
And, you know, so
let me ask you this. So you weren't around, what part of New York City were you from? Were you just, so you're telling me you just didn't interact with as many white people as you do now when you were in New York City?
Yes. Yes. In New York City, you know, I worked in the fast food and in Manhattan, I saw white people, but I didn't interact with them. They wasn't working with me. You know, it was all minority and stuff like that. So, but again, when I came down south, I worked with white folks, lived around white folks. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, hey, listen, I mean, I'm glad that that you no longer have. So the fact that you now interact with more. Well, let me ask you this. I guess you didn't really know why you didn't like it. You were just, I'm pro-black. I'm not supposed to like it. You didn't really know why you weren't supposed to like it.
Right.
Got it.
Back then.
Got it. Okay.
But also I forgot. Now why I usually only date white men is because I'm so conservative and I'm an atheist, and you don't see, I can't find a lot of black males who are like atheists or okay with them, or they're not a Democrat.
Right.
So that's my big problem now.
Yeah, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to find. I mean, you see black conservatives online all the time, but online does not represent real life. Not everybody is on social media. You can find black conservatives if you just do a Google search, but when you're out in the world, and I think Virginia is a blue state, isn't it? Isn't Virginia mainly Democratic?
Oh, I'm sorry. We're breaking up, Donovan. So I think I gotta go. But thank you.
Oh, no problem. No problem. Thanks for calling in. Okay. Well, shout out to her. She said that she used to have a problem with it because you're supposed to have a problem with it, but then she got around white people and figured out that white people weren't the devil. Italian Stallion says, I'm a white guy, been dating this Venezuelan chick, and so far she's sweet, a lot better than these Western 304s. Yep. Absolutely. Rick Lou says, I'm Samoan and don't like dating other race because the language, food, and heritage is too different. Yeah, listen, I mean, look, I'm not gonna bash somebody for their preferences. I mean, if you don't want to date outside of your race because of, the language, the food, and the heritage too different, yeah, that's you're perfectly, you're well within your rights to be able to date whoever you want, and you can discriminate for whatever reason you want. Just because you discrimination doesn't necessarily mean racist, right? That's just not how it is. As you guys can see, I am in serious need of some clippers, man. Holy moly. But there are a lot of people who think, well, if I don't date XYZ race, then you must be racist against those people. No, I just don't prefer them, like, especially with black women. I say, I don't hate y'all. I just don't date y'all. I really don't. So, all right, let me look at some of these other comments. Here we are. CJN says South American women love American men, not for the green card either. They legit like American dudes. A lot of Americans I know have moved down there instead of vice versa. Yeah, dude, listen, if you're looking to date, if you want to date someone who's foreign, if you want to do it seriously, you're going to have to move. You're going to have to move. You're going to have to change locations. That's just the way it is, man. Because bringing foreign women here to America, dude, you want to erode your relationship? You want to destroy your relationship with a beautiful, feminine, submissive foreign woman? Bring her stateside. Let's see. Rick Lou says, salute the caller. Dylan Bacon says, nice hat, Donovan. Appreciate that very much. Go Phillies. Pro Phillies. Still I Rise says, I date white women. Yeah, so do I. Jay Blaze says, Hafiz character hair. Don't be giving that away, man. Still I Rise says, I went to the movies last night with a beautiful 5'8" thin model body blonde. Great vibes, no pushback, easygoing and chill. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, that's just the way it is, man. A lot of, and it, it's interesting. I remember when I first started this YouTube thing, and I was very vocal, about my preferences to date non-black women. There were a lot of people out. I say, well, he, has issues with his mom. That's why he doesn't date black women. Yes, that's one of many reasons. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm some sort of, statistical anomaly. No, I think that the reason why I probably decided early on that I was not going to date or marry a black woman was because of my mom. My mother was the first example. She was the first example I had of a black woman. She's the very first one. And I decided, I think it was probably, and this isn't a decision that I made. I didn't say, you know what, I will no longer. No, I just, when you observe your mother, and your mother is supposed to be, all I know is that I did not want to date women that acted like my mom. That's just what I knew. My mom was not feminine. She was not docile. She was always in her masculine, always run off at the mouth. I love my mom. She did a great job raising us for about the first, I would say the first 10, 11 years, mom did a really good job. Then she dropped the ball. She dropped the ball big time. And that's when I really saw that. I was like, all right. I am not going to date sisters. I'm not going to date sisters. Rick Lou says, Hafiz is more female than male. Boy, what a tragedy that was. That one, Carlos, says, what I am worried about dating / committing to women in other countries is if you move to your native country, there is a language barrier as well as things like crimes against foreigners. Yeah, I hear you. And those are legit concerns. So now I have a choice to make. Is it worth subjecting yourself to the language barrier and crimes being committed against foreigners in order to have a chance at dating better quality women than here at the United States? Or is it worth dealing with, the women here stateside so that there is no language barrier, or that there is no, you don't have to worry about people committing crimes against foreigners? That's just, to me, that's a pro and con. That's just all there is to it. Yep. Moon America says, yeah, that's a compromise. That's a compromise. That one, Carlos, says there needs to be major preparations for moving to non-first world countries. Yeah. Listen, there's a cost for everything. There really, really is. And Andrew Tate said it best. The poorer the country, the poorer the country is, the closer that men and women adhere to traditional gender roles. Feminism is a first world problem, and it's a first world problem, and it's very, very hard for feminism to infiltrate areas that are not as financially blessed or economically blessed like they are in the United States. So, all right, Jay Blaze, what's going on, brother? What's on your mind, man?
Hey, what's up?
What's up, brother?
So we were seeing in these dating show breakdowns, that a lot of the interracial dating issues is on like how people are growing up, and like you had Love Is Blind, the Lauren, where she seemed to be extremely rash, and then she got with that white guy,
Cameron,
and she completely like changed her tune.
Yep.
Yeah, Cameron. So I think a lot of especially the black community, the mothers will put down black men, and so they'll treat white guys with more of a prevalence.
Yep. 100%. Yeah. Because they're and see, again, I'm not in the Black community, so I'm not privy to what happens, but there appears to be almost an Inception level inherent disrespect for Black men. It's almost as though the Black community raises Black women to I mean, just like you said, moms are always, oh, your daddy ain't shit, your uncles ain't shit, your grandfather wasn't shit. And so it makes sense. that makes sense in terms of, hey, this is why Black women treat white men better than they treat Black men.
Yeah, exactly. And I've noticed when I was growing up, a lot of Asian girls, because they grew up in a mostly white neighborhood, they would date white. Yep. So maybe I think their preference, if they grow up with a certain race around them, they will lean towards that.
Which makes sense, you go with what you're familiar with. Let me ask you this. What do you think about, have you ever dated anyone outside your race, Jay Belize?
Yeah, Asian.
Oh, okay. All right. What was the experience like?
She pretty much grew up in a neighborhood similar to mine, so
she had white sensibilities.
So I didn't get to experience someone from a strictly Asian culture.
Okay.
And she dated.
So she was a westernized Asian girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. Thanks for chiming in, Jay Blaze. I appreciate your input.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man. Yeah. Obviously there's a big difference between dating Asian girls who are westernized, right? Like, just because her nationality is Asian, or just because her nationality is Asian, I guess her race would be yellow. But so just because her nationality is Asian does not mean she adheres to Asian culture. That's just how that is. Same thing with dating Black guys. Just because you're dating a Black guy doesn't mean he's going to have hood nigga sensibilities. I'm a Black guy, right? I don't have hood nigga sensibilities. It's just kind of different. King Life says Love is Blind 3, nobody getting married. Yeah, I will start the Love is Blind season 3 breakdowns as soon as I figure out how to do it, number one. But number two, so that I'm gonna do it after the Married at First Sight breakdown that we're working on right now. So I don't want to lose momentum on that. But yeah, I am told that I'm told that Love is Blind season 3 is yeah. So Sinful Black says Love is Blind season 3 is out now. This might be the worst, best season ever. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, man. I'm very, very much looking forward to that. Very much looking forward to that. Jay Gibson says it is very rare to see Black men with Asian women. I usually see Asian women be in relationships with Asian guys or white guys. Yeah, that's exactly what Jay Blaze just said. That's what he just said. All right, let's go to area code 480. Area code 480. You're on live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, Donovan. This is Billy. Nice to finally talk to you.
All right, good stuff. Where are you from, Billy?
I am currently located in Texas at the moment.
Okay, I'll just put you in as Billy in Texas. All right, what's on your mind, Billy?
No, yeah, I mean, you were saying thoughts on interracial relationships, and I figured I'd call in. I'm currently in a relationship with an Asian woman, and she's from China. So,
oh wow,
I figure,
Okay,
yeah.
So talk to us about some of the differences between, I mean, obviously there are going to be differences. So how long has she lived in America?
So that is an interesting question. It's been so she moved here when she was 21. She's currently 28. So
okay.
She spent the better part of her college career essentially in the United States. And then she went back for 2 years for COVID.
Okay.
It was intended to be like a few months, but
okay.
with how things turned out,
sure.
it ended up being a couple of years. So
okay. So you guys stayed together.
Yeah,
and
I do want
the
to fit this in.
then?
I've been following you for multiple years now, and you've really done a number on my life. It has changed for the better, dramatically. So Good. I just wanted to give my thanks. So, but yeah, no, I'm kind of in the training bad habits out of her stage, you could say.
Good.
At this point, which is quite difficult. But yeah, no, she cooks, she cleans my apartment, she gives me massages. It's absolutely fantastic. She at least has that baseline, so that's kind of why she stuck around. So
how did you meet her? How did you meet her?
Dating app, to be quite honest. So
okay,
yeah,
all right. And what are some of the differences between her and some of the other American girls that you've dated?
The biggest thing is she was, maybe you can understand this, but there was a baseline of submissiveness.
Okay.
It seemed cultural.
Yep.
It's actually really interesting. One of the biggest things I've noticed is her actions don't match her words, and that her actions are exactly what I'm looking for. But it seems like her words, like what she says, include like feminist things, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like talking points.
Yeah,
it's a very odd dynamic.
So she tries to be strong and independent and feminist minded, but she can't.
I don't mean to overtalk. Please go ahead. Sorry.
No, that's okay. So basically, what you're saying is that she talks like she's a feminist, but her actions say that she doesn't really buy into it.
Exactly. It's very odd. I even brought it up to her. I was like, what you do is exactly why you're around still.
There you go.
But there are certain things that you say that I mean, and it's funny because they don't match her actions, which is the exact opposite. If you want an example of, like, for example, a white woman, you know, I've dated numerous white women in my time. You know, I'm 30 you know, so I've been around, but and they're just, I mean, to be fair, they're a mess. Like, this is a very different experience.
They're a shit show, man. They really are.
It's terrible. It really is. Especially once you experience like even a taste of submissiveness from a foreign woman, it's wild, to be quite honest. So
it sounds foreign.
Yeah, no kidding. Exactly. Yeah. But but yeah, I don't want to take up too much time. I just wanted to give my little excerpt, you know. Things are going well. And but yeah, all the things that you teach, maintaining frame, you know, all that is absolutely necessary, but it makes it a hell of a lot easier when she seems to be working on your team, you know. So,
oh my God, yeah, no idea.
But
man.
Yeah.
Well, Billy in Texas, I appreciate you chiming in, man. Thanks for calling.
And again, thank you, Donovan. You're doing God's work, man. You keep on going. It's you're changing lives. So
I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Have a good one. Bye.
Billy in Texas. Yeah, I always like getting phone calls like that, man. I always do. Let's go to area code 313. Area code 313. You're on Live at Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yo, Donovan, man. Still out Ross from Detroit. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, brother? How you doing, man?
Hey, man, it's crazy. So look, it's funny. So like, I'm at this chick's apartment right now, right? So the Detroit Lions, we all know they suck, right?
Yes.
So long story short, a few weeks ago, when we got our only win of the season, I went to the Lions game, met a blonde, thick, you know what I'm saying, like in shape, you know, like she squats and shit,
nice.
Like type blonde. So met her at the bar, bro. Soon as I get in, she's on me hard as fuck. My boy's like, damn. My boy, he's like a high, like he's a real estate agent, so he's got a couple players on the Redskins, right?
Oh, word.
So he was in town, so he was with me. He saw that shit. He like, damn, PK, like you fooling. So I'm just gonna tell you how just crazy it is. Like, it's just like, I don't know what it is, but like, it's like white girls are gravitating to me. They always act like we try to get them. Or like, I don't know if it's like that, bro. Like, I really can't say, because I don't try to just like kind of like how you said, Donovan, you don't try to just seek out different things, but you just kind of like your personality naturally matches that of what's typically not a black woman.
Right.
Right?
Yep. That's exactly right.
And then, so she did something that like a black woman probably never do. Like, she saw that we were cool. Like, you know, she was there with her friends or whatever. And I'm like, hey, I got to take my buddy to the airport. She's like, oh, I'll drive, I'll ride. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this whole cool shit. Like, you know, like she's like coming through. Like, she bought me drinks when I was there. She brought my friend
that's what's
drink.
up.
Like, real shit. Like, when is a black, like, let's be honest, when has any black chick ever like bought anybody else a drink?
Yeah, that's a trick. Yeah, look, that's a trick question.
It's a trick question. So long story short, man, came back and like, of course, like we do what people do. But like, honestly, man, like I kicked it with her. We had some good times. Like we went to the cider mill. We did some things. So she's been on deck. That was a few weeks ago. So I got her, and now it's this chick, the 5'8" blonde that I told you about in the chat.
Yeah.
Her name is Ray. So she's from Western Michigan. So long story short about her, like I met her, like we kicked it off cool. She's like real smooth. She got like a smooth jazz type voice. Have you ever seen that movie Jackie Brown?
Yeah. Oh wow.
The movie called Jackie Brown with Samuel Jackson.
Oh,
so remember the blonde chick that was in that? I swear to God, she looks just like her.
Damn.
But she's 5'8".
That was a dude. That was a I don't remember what that actress's name is, but she's a bad bitch. Or she was in that movie.
So look, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So you remember when Robert De Niro smashed the old girl?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
So a situation like that happened with me. So I happened to be over there kicking it with her like for the first time because we were kicking it because she's like, oh, all guys just want to smash. So we got us some noodles from this place called Noodletopia. We were chilling. So the next time I was over there, I was chilling with her. And she got like a girl roommate and a guy roommate. I think he's gay or some shit. Okay. But either way, so he left. He like was in there. He's like, yeah, I gotta go to the store real quick. I gotta, you know, like she's like, oh, okay, blah blah blah. So we saw our window right there. So she was the main one talking about like, I don't want this just to be physical. Donovan,
there we go.
We had the craziest fucking sex, bro. Crazy. Like YouTube chill. It works, my boy EO. Dog, let me tell you, Donovan, shit was just crazy. So like right now, she's talking about like, hey, like what's going on? What you doing? Like we supposed to be watching TV. And then I got the other one, the Sarah chick that I met, and it's just like they just make it easy for you. You know what I'm saying?
It's not like that it's look, check this out. Let me stop you right there. It's not that they make it easy for you. Okay. It's just that they act like women. You know what I mean? It's like it's never easy to talk to attractive women. It's just not because they're attractive women. But the difference between dealing with a black woman and a white girl is literally like night and day. I don't know, dude. To me, it's a systemic problem, man.
Well, Donovan, can I say one more thing?
No, go ahead. You got it.
Before I go.
No, you got it.
All right. So I will say this. Okay. Like, I used to be in sales. Like I'm like a talker. Like I'm just a person with a personality. Yep. Oh yeah. So I'm good at talking with people. I feel like attractive, whatever. I've always been good just talking with women. Yep. Regardless, like black, white, blue, or green, whatever. 100%. But like I feel like a lot of times black girls show me their true colors, and I feel like it's just like a lot of crazy shit. So me and the one girl, Sarah, we went to the cider mill a couple weeks ago. So we sit down, we get our seats, and we saw another couple that was there. They had their dog there. We're chilling. So me and the guy, we get up. You know, me and this, guy, we're talking and shit, shooting the shit. And then like later after we left, like Sarah's like, oh my God, like she asked how long we had been together. Like she thought we had been together like for 5 to 10 years or something. Damn. Just based on how we vibe together. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, when a woman hears that, that's called what? Pre-selection. Yep. Oh, yeah, of course. Like, I'm good now. I'm the guy now that she wants to take to all the barbecues. I don't want to take to all the things. But my thing is this, man, Donovan, man, keep up the good work, bro.
Thank you, sir.
And just like, I don't think that, I don't think any man, like white, black, blue, or green, just like for a white man, because in my neighborhood, I grew up like a lot of rich fucking people. Barry Sanders was my fucking neighbor. Wow. But I've been in the hood too. I've been in the hood. I've been in the burbs. I've been everywhere, right? Okay. So like my family was in the hood. They made money. They moved up. But like one thing I always saw was like Asian and white, connection. Like sure. Asians and whites together. I saw that a lot. And that was my first like exposure to interracial. Okay. But like here in Detroit, so we have a large like Middle Eastern population, but we have different types of Middle Eastern. Yes, you have the Muslims. Okay. They typically stay like within their race. Okay. But then you have Chaldeans. So they're like Christian Arabic people. Huh. So even they, like I remember the Chaldean girls, Chaldean girls will be on my fucking shit. Now of course they dads hate that shit. But like, you know, like in Chaldean,
Word
chicks,
up.
those are the Kim Kardashian looking. Those they look like Armenian chicks pretty much.
Yeah,
they're
right,
Middle
right,
East,
right, right.
but they're Christian. So you know what I'm saying? Like I grew up seeing all that shit, but I've had great experiences, man, with women in general. And all the guys on the chat, man, y'all boys gonna be good, man. It's so easy out here, bro. Like you just, I don't know, cats just be overthinking that shit, man. Just vibe, bro. Just chill.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you
100%,
man. I think a lot of guys.
I'm gonna head out, my guy. All right, Donovan, I'm gonna talk to you in a minute because she's coming out right now.
All right, man. Thanks for calling in, brother.
All right, peace.
Oh my God, yeah, man. And it's the thing is like dealing with masculine women. Look, dealing with black women and Puerto Rican women. That's the game on hard mode. That's the game on hard mode. I haven't dated many black women, but I've dated a shitload of Puerto Rican girls. They will get your game on point real quick. Because Puerto Rican women, dude, they just do not, they don't have tolerance. They don't have the tolerance for weakness. They just don't. They just don't. Moon America says she's tainted because of the conformity, her peers, but doesn't like it. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, the phone lines are open. 516-387-1987. Let's see. The Lion Pack. Oh, says it's wild. He said it is wild, and we don't, as men, get that much in the West anymore because of these young ladies have been poisoned. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that completely. Big Daddy Mort. Oops. Almost timed you out on accident. Big Daddy Mort says, shout out to Donovan Sharp for saving men's lives with all the truth he has been spitting for years. Thank you for that. Appreciate that very much. Let's see. Yeah, that's, it's yeah, I know. A lot of people are like, what are you talking about still, I rise? It's hard out here. Yeah, listen, it's definitely hard out here for sure. The streets are rough. The streets are rough, but as long as you, I mean, listen, man, I mean, make money, make muscles, learn game, learn frame. That's how that goes. That's how that goes. Let's see where Devon is. Oh boy. Should be on our way back. Oh, there it was. All right, cool. She just checked in at her sister's house. That little sound that you heard, that's Devon checking in. Dude, she does it now as a matter of habit. She really does. She really, really does. It's interesting. So Jay Blaze kind of joked around and said that Pearl is going to be a guest. And, the interesting thing is this. I remember I had Pearl on and I said it seems that there are more tall black people than white people. And of course, I had a couple of comments. Oh my God, this is the same dude. I said it seems that way, right? I don't know what the percentages are, but yeah, Pearl has always been into black dudes. That's just all there is to it. Pardon me. I was up early today, guys. Yeah, Pearl is 5'11", 6'1". And so that could be the reason. But I mean, it seems that there are more tall black guys than tall white guys. I don't know if there are, but Pearl she can't date a guy that's shorter than she is. Like, she's got to date a dude that's taller than she is. Women don't like being with men who are shorter than they are. That's just how they're biologically, hardwired. That's just how that is, man. All right, let's see here. There we go. So young boy, your name here says, I don't get people with a problem dating outside your race. We are all playing the same game. Yeah, the only people who tend to have a problem with people dating outside their race, they fall into one of a few categories. I'm sure maybe somebody had a bad experience or something like that. Number one. Number two, that's just the way they were raised. But at some point, you have to make the adjustment. But like I said at the top of the broadcast, if you as if you're a black dude and you honestly are upset that black women date white men, that's a you problem. Dude, we can date whoever the hell we want, man. Like, it's 2022, man. You know, we have different races of people getting together all the time. But by the same token, there are so many, good God, pardon me. I think at an honest moment, most black women do have a problem on some level with black men who date outside their race. And I think the reason for that is because they inherently know. See, listen, man. Look. Black women are almost nobody's type, man. That's uncomfortable to say, but it's true. They're just not. Yes, are there white guys who like black women? Of course there are. Travis Kelce dates nothing but black women. Robert De Niro, he loves black women. But by and large, you know, the average rank and file man, black women are just not his type. That's just how it is. And they don't do themselves any favors, you know, with all the masculine activity. That's just how it is, man. That's just how it is. So and listen, man, there are a lot of guys, there are a lot of men, there are a lot of good-looking black women out here. There really, really are. But every once in a while, anytime you see a really, like, and I hate to use TV, but Shanique on The Ultimatum, Shanique was fucking beautiful. Like, Shanique was easily the best looking chick out of all of them. She had the typical black woman attitude, and that made her that much less attractive. It was amazing. Like, as soon as she got that black woman attitude, all of a sudden, she was not that attractive anymore. Yeah, Jay Blaze says, Shanique she was a ratchet. She really was, man. She really was. Busy Izzy 87, $5 says, I think sometimes people have problems when they see the smugness in it, like sort of an, oh yeah, you wish you had me. I mean, I suppose. But even still, like if I were to see a black woman and a white man and she's smug about having the white guy, I'm really not going to be upset about it. Like, I don't trip. I just don't. I don't know. Oakland Soldier says, he says, I swipe left on Keisha. What about Shaniqua? Do you swipe right on Shaniqua? David Titus says, more tall white dudes in the world than black. Well, of course there are more tall white dudes in the world than black. I don't know if I guess I should have, you know, percentage wise, I think it's probably the same. But yeah, there are far more tall white dudes than tall black dudes by simple virtue of there just being more white dudes. That's just how that is. So yeah, it's got to be worldwide. Of course it's worldwide. It's definitely worldwide because there are just more white people. It is what it is. David Titus also says, Kevin, oops. Wait a minute. And area code 201, I'm going to come to you here shortly, says Kevin Samuels gave black women the keys to chains and they hated him till death. You're right. It's a damn shame. It really, really is. Kevin Samuels did more for black women than most people are willing to do, and they still hated him. Let's go to area code 201. Area code 201. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? I'm right around in your neck of the woods. My name's Ozzy. I'm out in Jersey.
Ozzy in Jersey. What's going on, brother? What's on your mind?
Hey, man, I just want to thank you, Raul Tomasi, AMS, fuck these hosts to sleep.
Yeah.
I want to thank you for everything you do, like everything you do in the manosphere, man. Like, literally, like, I was over here just thinking, like, because I used to only date black women, like, essentially before I got into the manosphere, and it was rough.
Of course.
Like,
what kind of experiences? So you used to date only black women. Do you date outside your race now?
Absolutely. I don't even date black women anymore.
Wow.
And it's better. And it's like, I'm 28. I'm 6'5".
Wow.
And now like
dude, I bet the white girls love you, don't they?
White girls, I think white girls, Spanish chicks, Asian chicks.
Yeah, man.
And I don't know if you have the same experience. Like, they just appreciate black men more.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jamie Herrick says, "Can I call in?" Yeah, the number's right there. I hear that a lot because Jap tells me the same thing. He says that white women appreciate black men more. I think white women appreciate men more. And again, let's not cast any false assumptions here. There's nothing special about white women. Like let's get that out the way. Like white girls are not special. They are every bit as nefarious and slutty and just insufferable as black women. However, at least dealing with them, at least you get something out of the deal. At least you get a little femininity. At least you get a little bit of appreciation. At least you get something for dealing with the bullshit that does come from dealing with women. But with black women, it's like you don't get anything in return for dealing with their bullshit. You know what I mean? Like that's to me that anytime somebody says, well, white girls do it too. Yeah, white girls do it too. White girls are they're worse behaved than the average black woman. But guess what? Not in relationships, they're not. That listen. Black women are more well behaved outside of their relationship than white women. White women outside of their relationship, they're all over the place. We see all the Karens and this and that and the other. But oh my God, this fucking guy. But just because there are just more of them around, right? And so I think that a lot of people know that that's kind of a false, like, okay, yeah, white girls do it too. But when you deal with white girls, at least you get something in return for dealing with bullshit.
Yeah, and another thing I want to mention, like a lot of your content has been able to allow me to spot red flags and just women in general before, so I don't really have to go down that road of falling into not seeing red flags before a relationship. I would give a check. But the thing is, what I didn't realize when I was dealing with black women is that they make their red flags more apparent than other races.
You are not kidding. You're not kidding. It makes it easier to spot too, no?
Yeah, so much easier. Like I have a bunch of black women I'm close friends. They're in Miami right now. Like,
There you go. Well, look, Ozzy, I appreciate you. Listen, man, I appreciate you calling in. And thanks for the support, man.
No problem, man. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I'm gonna keep watching the stream.
All right, brother. Take care.
Take it easy. Bye.
All right. Very good. Let's go to area code 347. Area code 347. You're on live with Donovan. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're on live.
Hi. Interracial dating.
Yep.
It's not a case of like particular women. It's like case by case basis because regardless of race, you can find a person that's going to drive you crazy. It's just that you have a better opportunity with some versus others. Because when I started, I was a kid. Okay. So I didn't really know much anyway. And it was like, I used to go out to social events and dancing and whatnot. And it's like, you know what? I could be myself. I had to explain myself to black women about what I like and this and that. I needed social proof, which means someone else had to like me before she decided I'm gonna bother with you.
Right.
And it's like, now it's like, I can speak how I want to speak. It's like, you know, if you speak English, it's not like you sound white or you like this thing or that thing. It's like, you got to explain your blackness. I'm like, I'm a mutt. I got to explain nothing. I'm breathing. So it's like, there's no guarantee, but you know what? Sometimes it's the easiest. We want the easiest route. I'm not trying to be bragging to my friends that I worked the hardest to get some random woman.
Yeah,
because when they do it too, but you're not them. You're you.
That's right.
You're getting judged by your behavior.
No, I agree.
You know, it's like, I wish you were around when I was younger, because it was like, the thing was, it wasn't seeing the red flags. It's like you saw them and you still found a way to like I think I can do it. I think I'm good enough to get over this. And he realized, no, you're not.
Let me ask you this. You, my guess is that you've probably, you've dated white women and black women. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay. And what are some of the differences that you've seen just based on your personal experiences?
All right. Initially, I don't have to do anything spectacular for non-black women. I dated pretty much every other race in the world. So it's like, if you smile, you're approachable, and you're not too, you can talk to them and they're comfortable with you. You can get somewhere. Black, I got to prove something. It's like, I got to be some sort of cool or dress a certain way.
Yeah.
Or like I said, go to a lot of parties and whatnot. If I was recognized as the best dancer in there, they'd bother with me. If I approached them before having to prove that, they were like, "Who is you?"
Yep.
But then once they saw me dancing, and then they, like I said, social proof. Some other woman, especially if she ain't black, oh, they will find me. They couldn't find me with GPS before. But let me dance with someone who doesn't look like them, and it's like, oh, now we want you.
Thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate the insight, brother.
No problem.
All right, thanks, man. I liked him. He was funny. Area code 248. I see you on the line. I'm gonna come to you in just a second. There was another super chat. JB Johnson says worldwide black men are taller. You kidding? LOL. I didn't say that. I didn't say black men were taller worldwide. I didn't say any of that. There are more tall white people than black. There are more tall white men than tall black men. Come on, man. And the reason for that is because there's just more white guys. It's just, come on. James Wingate with the $5 super chat says, congrats to the Phillies to the World Series. Whoa. Let me slow you down, brother. Let me slow you down. Listen, I'm excited that the Phillies have a 3-1 lead. But I don't take anything for granted. We got Zach Wheeler. We have our ace on the bump tomorrow night in San Diego, and we should be able to close it out. But I don't take anything for granted. But it will be very, very cool for us to possibly be in the World Series. Then he continues. He says the few black women get the few black women that get white men worth something I know are fit, feminine, cooperative, and submissive. Some still get mad at the black men dating white women. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Ryan Ransom McKissick says you're from Philly. Yep. My whole family, my whole extended family lives here. All right. Well, the lovely and talented Devon has just showed up. So let me change the what you call it. Go on and have a seat. It's 0 in. So go ahead. You can move, Kona. I'll turn up your.
She's so sweet. She just gets up and moves.
Yep, she just gets up and moves. All right. Let's see. So now, there we are. Perfect.
Hello.
I thought we were gonna go with casual Sunday.
I just grabbed whatever.
Okay. All right. Very good. All right. So we are now joined by the lovely and talented Devon. How are you?
I see. I was on the other side of town, running an errand.
Yeah. I told him that we have Olivia tonight. That's where he.
And so I see how the other side lives here in this community.
Oh,
that's like the super rich area.
Oh,
dude, like mansions, like
wow.
Like looking like right out of California.
Okay,
it was really weird.
All right, all right. Let's go to area code. Let's go to area code 248. Area code 248. You're on live with Donovan and Devon. What's your name? Where are you calling from? Area code 248.
My mom?
Yes. Area code 248. You're on live.
Oh, okay. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Jamie, and I'm calling from Michigan.
All right, Jamie from Michigan. All right, what's on your mind, Jamie?
Yeah, I think the problem with Black women, I think it's more so like their attitudes and their behavior. Like we all know that Black women tend to be more dominant, masculine,
right?
And they're very like confrontational, combative, and aggressive. And I think that's a conflict that African American women and Black men are having amongst each other. And Black women are not willing to play the more feminine role. Like me personally, I'm a Black dude. Like I would prefer to date a Black woman. You know, I'm open to dating interracially, but I would love to be with a Black woman. It's just that I don't like the ghetto, low class, degenerate type Black women.
Yeah.
And I don't like Black women tend to be dominant, masculine, combative, confrontational, or aggressive. You get what I'm saying? And
no,
so I think that's like very, very problematic.
Where are you from? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm from Michigan. I'm from Detroit.
Okay, Detroit. Okay. Have you ever dated outside your race, or have you only dated Black women?
I've never dated outside my race. I fucked a couple of white girls before, and I do notice that white chicks don't tend to behave a little bit better, you know, but I've always dated Black chicks.
Okay. Yeah, listen, man, it is possible. I mean, listen, is it possible for you to find a feminine, docile, submissive Black woman? Absolutely. They're out there, they do exist, but they're very, very few and very, very far between. And so what it really comes down to is putting yourself in the best position to get the kinds of women you want. You sound like a young guy. How old are you?
I'm 35.
Oh, 35. Wow. You sound like you're in your 20s. Do you plan on living in Detroit forever?
A lot of people say I look like I'm in my 20s too.
Okay.
I want to still live in the city because my family is here, but I want to move like to a better environment.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Yeah. It sounds like you got your head on straight.
In Michigan.
Say again.
Huh? I said I want to stay in Michigan, but I just want to move to a better environment.
Gotcha. So you want to stay in Michigan? Okay. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, what it really comes down to, definitely start to. Shout out to James Wingett with the $10 Cash App. Says, wait a minute. Says, for dropping the knowledge, free to knowledge, fee to support. That's funny. I appreciate that. Appreciate that, J-Dub. Appreciate that very, very much. Yeah. Yeah, definitely try to expand your horizons, man. Because I think that like fucking white girls and dating white girls, they are different experiences. But even in your short-term interactions with white girls, you can already see that they're better behaved and they're just easier to get along with. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
Yeah, they are though. Like I be in places where it's mostly like white people a lot, because you know, even like I work at my job, it's mostly like white people and stuff like that. And I notice like the behavior differences between African American women and white American women. And I hate to say this though, but Black women do tend to cause more problems though. When you at certain places of business though, they give the employees a hard time. They're not willing to listen. They don't follow the rules, and then they tend to get put out by security. And they tend to be more violent, where the white girls tend to be more, you know, they play by the rules. So they tend to be more civil and more pleasant.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I know.
But I know that all African American women are not like that, but it's certain kinds, you know. And me, like I said, going back to earlier when I said, I still would rather be with a Black chick.
Sure.
Than any other race of women, but I am open to staying outside my race if I find the right woman that's suitable for me. I do have a question for you. Yeah,
sure. Go ahead, man.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
You ever thought about having Tommy Sotomayor on your program?
Yeah, I'm actually good. I've actually been on a live broadcast with Tommy Sotomayor. We did it on Fresh and Fit, but
Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, nobody knows where he is. Like he disappeared.
Yeah, they kicked him off YouTube because he says, he's had a lot of criticism about African American women and stuff, which is actually kind of accurate. It kind of like talk, it's crazy though, but I think that'd be a good look though, if you have him on your program. So yeah, it's just that if me personally, if Black women I think what needs to happen is black men and black women need to sit down and talk, and we need to have an understanding that if you want us high caliber, good black men, black women just need to start acting better and stop trying to compete with us.
Check this out. Listen, caller, you're absolutely right. We've been telling black women this for ages, and most of them still have not changed. So at this point, I don't really think that it's going to do any good to sit down and we don't need to listen. We have more. You as a man, you as a black man, you have far more options than any one black woman. That's just the way of it. You are in the power position, so there's no need for you to have to sit down to quasi negotiate with anybody. So if I were you, I would definitely listen. Once you start messing with non-black women, it's going to be very, very difficult for you to go back to messing with black chicks. That's my advice to you.
Yeah, and I got one more thing to say before I did.
Sure, go ahead.
You are right. I noticed that on dating website, black women are on the lows of the totem pole. Like no other race of men wants black women. And then you will have somebody like a Cynthia G lie and tell you that white men are pursuing black women, but that's not actually true. I think most white men would still rather be with white women.
Oh,
than
dude,
women
listen.
Cynthia, they're at the bottom of the totem pole on dating websites.
Look,
black
man.
Women are.
Look, check this out.
Like I said,
look, hold on. Check this out. Cynthia G knows she's cat. She knows she's capping. The only reason why she's telling these black women that white dudes are checking for black women is to make black women feel better about the fact that ain't nobody checking for them. Cynthia G knows that white dudes are not checking for them like that. I'm not even trying to hear that.
She's an angry, bitter female. She's mad because she probably was rejected by a black man, maybe her youth or something like that, and she's lashing out. I think that's what her issue is with us black men, though.
Well, I think her issue with black men is probably the same as every other woman's issue with black men, is that they're raised to disrespect us. Like there is an inherent level of disrespect, preordained disrespect, anytime a black woman, interacts with a black man. And it's too bad for them because, Kevin Samuels he tried to tell him, hey man, be fit, feminine, and friendly. They didn't even want to listen to him. So at this point, man, when and I know you'd rather be with a black chick, but just keep in mind, VC in the chat says what? Yeah, you heard what I said in the chat, VC. But my final piece of advice for you, my friend, is stop messing around with stop messing around with black women, man. You need to expand your horizons. I know you like dating black women, but you're not going to get the level. You're just not going to get the same level of respect that you're going to get from other races of women. So.
No, that's actually a fact, though, man. Because every black woman I got involved with for the last 4, 5, 6 years, man, they caused me nothing but problems. But I tried my best not to give up on them, though.
Yep. Hey, now listen. I mean, don't give up on them. Just make sure you keep your mind open.
Right. Okay.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Take care.
All right. Thank you, man.
All right. No problem. No problem at all. Let's go to area code 856. I know you're tired, Dev, so I'm just trying to take it easy.
Thank you. I'm good.
All right. Area code 856. You're on live at Donovan. Go ahead.
Hey, how you doing, big brother?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Pretty good, man. Congrats on the Phillies making it to the World Series, man. Hopefully they win the whole thing, man. I'm rooting for them.
Man, look, we got our ace going tomorrow, but yeah, man, I still can't believe that we're one game away from the World Series. It's incredible. It really is.
Hey, I'm gonna say this about interracial dating. I love it. I have no problem with it. I have a friend. We grew up together at a very young age. He opened my mind about dating outside the race.
Okay.
And it's always good to have people, a lot, men that's open-minded, that has a preference without being slandered by it. And it's I love this. I love this country. I love this world, man, because it's like Baskin Robbins when it comes to women, man. You have so many different type of flavors, man. You don't want to try just one flavor for the rest of your life, man. Seriously.
Real talk.
I'm dead serious, because eventually you're gonna get tired of eating chocolate ice cream. You want to change over to butter pecan or something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Look, you want a little vanilla, a little strawberry, right? Little Jamocha.
Yeah, so cookies. Yeah, cookies and cream, or cookie dough, whatever.
I love it. I love it.
And that's how I look at it, because I've dated, my daughter's mother is black, and I'm not going to discriminate her. You know,
Sure,
we have a daughter together. But after I broke up with her, I started dating outside the race. Nothing too serious to the point where it was like a full commitment. But it was a total different shift of emotions of the women that I dated that was outside the race that I'm in.
Wow. And how did that change things for you?
It makes me want to just hopefully if I meet another woman that's outside the race, me personally, I date Asian women.
Okay.
I date white women as well, but preferably Asian women.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't really matter. You know, I'm not trying to sound like I'm a bigot, but I don't want to. I'm done with black women. I really.
Listen. You saying that you're
race,
done with black women does not make you a bigot, man. It makes you very wise.
Well,
it makes no sense to deal with women who have an inherent level of disrespect for you. And listen, man, and black women, they could corner the market on black men. All they have to be is fit, feminine, and friendly. And until they decide to be fit, feminine, and friendly, like they're white, Hispanic, and Asian, and maybe Latina competition, then the best and brightest black men are just gonna not date them anymore, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't make you biased to not say that. You've dated black women in the past. You've found that you don't like dating black women. That doesn't make you bigot.
I appreciate the kind words. I understand what you just said about the black women at the bottom of the totem pole. I definitely agree with you on that. Now, you do have some black men that strictly want to date black women because I feel as though they make, I don't want to say feel, I think they're more afraid of what the outcome may be with their family looking at or their nephew and say, why you got this white woman or Asian woman inside the household?
Oh, yeah. I mean, dude, back when
showing upon by being dating outside the race.
Shout out to Eric Henderson with a $10 cash app. Says thanks for everything you do. Thank you very much, Eric Henderson. Yeah, man, that's the thing, man. I think a lot of black men, and rightfully so, I think a lot of black men are afraid to date outside their race because they really are afraid of what their family might think. And that's a legit concern. You love your family and you don't want to disappoint your family, but it doesn't make sense dating the kind of woman you don't want to date just because you don't want your family to be upset. As long as you're happy, and if your mom can't be happy for you, that you've got somebody that you like, then that's their problem. I'll give you the last word, caller.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this. At the end of the day, what's more concerning? You sleeping with your family? You sleeping with the woman that's outside the race?
Yeah, there you go. That's it, man. Thanks for the call. Area code. Oh, yep. Thanks for the call. Area code 856. JB Johnson, $5 says no. He was saying no. I was actually saying there are more tall black men worldwide. And you asked if you were kidding me. Oh, in the US, yes, more white men worldwide. Heck no. Oh, okay. My bad. So VC wants to know, how do I feel about my mom? I love my mother very much. I'm not trying to date my mom. I'm not trying to sleep with my mom. And yes, VC. Oh, here we go. Here's the date who you want, but why the hate of your own? I don't hate y'all, sweetheart. I just don't date y'all. That's it. This is an argument that black women like to make. Well, okay, you can date who you want, but shut the fuck up about black women. No, I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Just because, listen. Just because you're coming up with that excuse doesn't mean that I have to. But why the hate of your own? I don't hate y'all. I just don't date y'all. That's just all there is to it. That's all there is to it. Ryan Wilbanks says because you know what they're like. Absolutely. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, Big Mo is in the house. Says most black men love black women, but we all love peace and stability. Big Mo's in the house. I'll actually make a correction. Most black men do love black women, but we love peace and stability more. That's just how all there is to it. It is what it is. I want VC. Oh, VC's in there. She not trash. I don't know what she's talking about. She's probably gonna start making fun of you. Yeah. What do you say to what do you say to what do you say to white women who hell, it doesn't even matter. Oh, what do you say to white women who call you trashy?
Okay.
Translation, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit. This is so funny. Oh, yeah. The same old your mama black argument. No, man. Like, dude, fam. Not trying to date our mom. She said, so do we. So do we what? Like, VC, are you trying to say so do we as in we date? Like, VC, y'all don't date out. Y'all don't date out like we do. Stop the cap. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, here we go. Number 3, $5. I said $5 instead of $5. Says the only thing if dating outside my race is that they don't get black jokes and can relate to the black upbringing and culture. You're absolutely right. See, listen, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. VC Colin, I'm not going to go back and forth with you in the comments. So I'm going to time you out. I'm going to time you out. If you have anything to say, the number's on the screen. If you have anything to say, the number's on the screen, but you're not going to call in. You're not going to call in because you're just a troll. So whatever. Yeah, what you have to understand, number 3, is that there are pros and cons to dating outside of your race. If you want someone to be able to get black jokes, if your priority is being with someone who gets black jokes and relate to the black upbringing and culture, then hey, have at it. Like, those are, if that's what your requirements are, that's perfectly fine. I'm certainly not mad at that. But I don't care. I mean, like, we actually pick fun at the fact that you don't get, some black jokes and can relate to black upbringing.
I've learned a whole new vocabulary.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it feels dumb sometimes, but if I don't ask, I don't know. So.
Yeah, right. Yeah, listen, there are some guys that do put an emphasis, like, hey, man, I want my woman to be able to identify with some of my experiences, but I don't need that.
For me, it's just your verbiage, your expressions.
Yeah.
Like,
what do you mean, you people?
Like your boy.
Yeah, right. Yes,
not
yes.
my boy.
Yes, I had to explain to Devon. That your boy means someone. It means me or someone you know.
And stupid is funny.
Yes, stupid is very funny. Stupid is very, very funny. Okay, let's go to. All right, we got area code. We got area code 210 last 2 end in 55. You're on live at Donovan and Devon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hi, this is DC from California.
VC, what's going on? All right, so you asked me how I feel about my mom. Why is that?
Fuck you.
I didn't hear what she said. What did you say? Oh, okay. Let's go to call back, VC. Let's go to area code 210. The other area code 210.
Hello?
Yes, sir. You're on live with Donovan and Devon.
Hey, I'm the guy that commented there are more black men, tall men worldwide.
Oh, yeah. I thought so explain that to me. Is that true?
Well, I was saying, are you kidding me? I wasn't saying that.
Okay.
More tall black men worldwide. I was saying there are more tall black men worldwide. In U.S., yes, there are more tall white men worldwide.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But I like this topic. But I think between you, Fresh and Fit, Pearly Things, and all of that, like, I think no one has really dived in on, like, race by demographic.
Yeah.
And who is the most sought after between, like, white men, black women, white women.
Yes.
And I think somebody needs to do a show on that and really hone in on who is the most desired by category.
Who is the most desired by category?
Like men age 30, white men age between age
by demographic.
So caller, you're talking about the age as well as the socioeconomic status, like those two things blended together. That's interesting.
Well, yeah. I mean, you can throw it all. I mean, I guess we can assume the best out of each demographic. The high value man. As far as women, I don't know how high value woman. I don't know what it is, but.
Sure.
Just by race, men and women, and by separate men and women and by race, which are the most desired to least desired.
Yeah, that's I think
no one's ever done a show on that.
No. And thanks for the call, caller. That might actually be an interesting show to do. Oh, she said F you. That's what she said. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what she said.
Yeah.
So VC. So VC
like computer voice.
No, that was a real. She was a real person. So VC called up because I told her she wasn't going to call up because she didn't really have anything to say. Nice and cordial. I said, okay, so you asked me how I felt about my mother. Why did you ask? And she says, fuck you. Well, VC, you just proved my point. You just proved my point. Like, seriously. Like, this is why we're not fucking with y'all no more, man. This is why we're not fucking with y'all anymore. And she's gonna tell her friends, I told Donovan Sharp, fuck you. Ha 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 ha. Hey man. Go ahead and take that fake W, because at the end of the day, you're alone. I'm not. Dudes like me are not dating dudes like you. So, yeah, that's all. So yeah, all right. You had your son call me or whatever the case may be. Yeah, Power Breath 27 says, yeah, VC, that was insightful. VC just proved Donovan's point. Yeah, there you go, man. Yep. She really dialed the call number, waited, just tried to say that. Yeah. I mean, dude, she called up and said, fuck you. This is VC in California. Fuck you. Awesome. And that, boys and girls, is why black women are almost nobody's type. There you go. Andre Wilson says when black women do, they are praised for it. When they date out, they're praised for it. And that last caller is what sums up black women with hostile attitudes. There you go. So, yeah, oh boy. Okay. Oh boy. I don't know who that is. I told Jap it was, dude, it's next week. Jap.
He's excited.
Yo, he is ready to roll, man. Damn. Okay. We have another sister in the chat. Dude, I love it. I love it when black women come here and try and troll us. I love it. She says European LOL for centuries. Then she says there isn't a best. I don't know. There might be not a best kind of woman, but there's certainly a worse kind of woman, and that's women like you. Yep, I said it. Oh, here we go. Here we are. Oh, watch this. Oh, look. Oh, this is awesome. Put the kettle on. It's time for some tea. Mrs. Cree's hot tea said, so I'm sitting right beside VC. I watch her call in, then hang up because we don't dare pay you to make a point. You are a liar, sir, and that was impressive.
Wow.
What am I lying about? They wouldn't dare pay me to make a point. You tried to make a point, sweetie. I said for her to call in. She called in and said, F you. VC is not making her argument. Wait, VC is not making her argument or why we are bailing out on black women. Yes, exactly. Yes. Cardo Walker advice says VC probably a catfish. Nope, VC is a black woman. She's a black woman. She called up and said, fuck you. That's a black woman. Oh, she got her friends in the chat. Yes, she got her friends in the chat. Yes, let's do it. Miss Cree's hot tea. Where you at? That wasn't VC. That was that called. Y'all are full of shit. We are an NC liar. What is she talking about? Miss Cree's hot tea. You gotta bring me up to speed. You gotta bring me up to speed. Miss Cree's hot tea says that wasn't VC. Well, listen. That woman said fuck you to me on the line. If that wasn't VC, she still proved my point. Fuck out of here. Come on now. Saying F you is childish. No disrespect. Rick Lou says, salute Jap. All right, area code 613. We're gonna land this puppy here in about 10 minutes. We got football to watch. The Dolphins are playing tonight. I want to see how Tua to a place.
Oh, he's back, huh?
Yeah, he's back. Area code 613, you're on live at Donovan and Devon. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Hey, my name is Bradley, and I am from Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. I am currently in Canada.
Ah, good stuff. What's on your mind, Bradley? You've called in before, haven't you?
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay. Well, go ahead. What's on your mind? Hang on, Bradley.
So,
all right, hold on. My sniper's in the chat. Just go ahead and get rid of all the trolls. Just get rid of all the trolls. Just get rid of all the trolls. Ladies, if you're in the chat, ladies, and you have something to say, give me a call. Listen, we can be contentious, and you can speak your mind. You're just not going to do it in the chat. Okay? If you're ballsy enough to troll us in the chat, then be ballsy enough to call in and tell me about it. All right, my bad, Bradley. Go ahead, buddy.
No, it's perfect. Yeah, I think there's two underrated points when it comes to this whole interracial stuff. I think one thing that's like totally interesting and that nobody ever talks about is that like if you go to like any like public area or like you just like go anywhere, like you leave outside of your house, 80 to 90%, this is what I've noticed, 80 to 90% of the time, if somebody is hanging out with somebody else, this is men and women.
Okay.
It's going to be with somebody that typically looks like them.
Yep.
So naturally as human beings, we all gravitate towards people that look like each other, men and women. It's just a natural human thing.
Sure.
So I think that like when people like talk about like this whole interracial thing, I think it's like most white people, they don't have black friends, and most black people they don't have white friends because we're the most polar opposite races on this planet, and it's not even close. So I think when it comes to like dating and like, oh, can a black guy date a white girl? Can a black girl date a white man? It's not the same thing as if it's like a Hispanic or like a Hispanic person dating a Middle Eastern person, because it's like, and not to like bring in like politics and like social economic background, but like naturally when we're talking about race, naturally those things are going to have to come up to a certain extent, because it's like if I'm dating a person, even if I'm a man, like I don't want a woman to like come from like the worst place of the worst.
Sure.
And then to come into my life and like expect me to be like this holy Jesus that takes her life from like bottom to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's segregated everywhere. Like even on YouTube, even everywhere, it's like black people hang out with black people, white people hang out with white people, and it's like. And like even as men, because women are naturally followers. Like even as men, it's like I can't even have like a decent relationship with a white guy without his white male friends being like, "Oh, look at this black guy, this and that and the other."
Yeah,
like
I think a lot of it, caller Bradley. I think a lot of interracial dating. I think there are a lot of people who don't date interracially out of fear. I'm sure there are plenty of black people who would love to date outside the race, but they can't. Because I'll tell you what, the black community does the most shaming in terms of interracial dating. I don't see. I mean, maybe white people do it covertly, but you know, whatever the case is, yeah, people are going to hang out with people who look like them. But let me ask you this before we get you out of here: have you ever dated interracially before?
Yeah, I did a Hispanic girl.
Okay. And what was it like?
Yeah, it was honestly, it wasn't really that much of a difference, because it's like she naturally kind of like understood where I was coming from when it came to like certain talking points. So like it felt really natural, you know what I mean? Like she has like a lot of black female friends. So like she's kind of used to like black. I'm not to say that I'm like the typical stereotypical hood nigga or anything like that, but like I'm gonna be more prone to black culture and things like that. So she naturally understood some of my talking points, and like the relationship didn't end that good, but like, it wasn't a struggle in terms of like culture or anything like that. It was
Bradley.
actually
Bradley, I appreciate the call. Thank you very, very much. Aaliyah Jackson wants to know, did you get shamed? Hell yeah. Of course I got shamed. You kidding me? I get shamed now for it. Black YouTube's always, Donovan and his white girl, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. It doesn't bother me anymore. All right, guys. That is going to do it for this, the 10th edition of the hashtag How to Relationship podcast. Duquan says, Donovan, please stop bashing my wife. You need to apologize. Daniel says, I am Mexican and getting judged for dating a white girl. Wow. How about that? Mike Nogo Zone says, Donovan, congrats on your Phillies. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that very, very much. I don't take anything for granted. We'll probably go to the World Series, but I want to get the W first. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you make sure you hit the like button on the way out, and we will see you guys next week. Until then, take care.